Michael Hernandez of MLH Media here with Enoch McCottrell, and he is here today to talk about not only his fight career, but also his wrestling career, just overall his whole entire life story, because I'm pretty sure once you fight fans get to hear it, if you have not already heard the story of the Humble Beast, you're going to be pretty amazed because this guy has such an amazing background. And just to start off the day today, how are you doing today, Enoch?
Man, I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing well so far, man. How about yourself?
Hey, I can't complain. Can't complain. Had a long day at work, but now I'm getting to talk to the humble beast himself. And not a better way to end off the day for me, So you
Yes,
first
sir.
started off your athletics career with wrestling. And that's obviously a huge thing in MMA. A lot of guys start off in the wrestling aspect, but you were a national qualifier at Linfield College. So your resume for wrestling is a little bit different compared to maybe some guy that was just on the mats before. So what do you feel that transition from wrestling to becoming an MMA athlete? How has that transition been for you? And has that been something you've always kind of visioned for yourself, or has it been something you kind of just toyed around with as of the last couple of years?
Man, you know what? Like wrestling all my life. I never, I always thought about like, fighting when it was coming up because I was in high school. I really started in the eighth grade, like what, back in 2008, I want to say. And yeah, I started wrestling and everything. And, the UFC thing was just not coming up. And once I started getting better in wrestling and everything, I started getting interested into like the UFC stuff. I always thought about like, man, I can kind of do this. And once I started like getting older and starting to see that the whole organization started getting bigger and everything, and I started to see guys that's like high level wrestling going to the octagon. You got Frankie Edgar, Habib, Tyron Woodley, and so far, the guys that's up there that have that wrestling background. And I'm thinking to myself like, man, wrestling is really like the backbone of MMA. And man, why not try it? But once I moved to California, that's when it was introduced to me. When I got into Kalinga, California, I kind of got bored, and I met my Muay Thai coach at my job, and he told me there was a gym in Kalinga, and I was kind of iffy about it until I started getting bored in town. The town started, it was like nothing. I didn't have no car. I didn't have no lady. Like, I was just kicking it at home, and I just got bored and I just went to the gym, and that's when history just started right there.
Yeah, and that's when the story of Enoch McContrell in the MMA sphere started. But I find that so interesting of how you made that move from Chicago to Coalinga. So did you want to go into that a little bit more? Because people
Oh.
familiar to the Central Valley, they're going to be questioning a little bit. How did you come from Indy City to Coalinga? But obviously, it's done some great things for you. It's helped you meet some great coaches and helped you get into some contact with some pretty amazing people in the MMA sphere.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, you know what, man? I kind of got okey doked. I got tricked, bro. I got tricked. And I got tricked by my best friend to this day. His name is Willard Cotton. And once me and my fiance get married, he's gonna be the best man of our wedding. So, he really changed my life. But the thing was, my junior year in college, I had transferred to a D3 school called McKendree University. I went there and I did what I did. But at the time, my grandfather had passed away. The man that pretty much, raised me from straight out the hospital. I was like a couple days old. Him and my grandmother raised me. And once he passed away, my whole drive kind of shifts on school and, wrestling and everything. So I just kind of went to a stage like, man, I'm not for it. So I finished off a year at McKendree, but I went back home to try to, help out around with the bills and stuff for my grandparents and my grandmother and my mom and stuff like that. So yeah, I went back home for like 6 months, man. And my best friend, he came out here to play football at West Hills in Kalinga. And you know, he's one of the guys where like he want all his friends to be on the top level with him, you know what I'm saying? And he just wanted me to be on the same level. And he had called me, was like, hey man, you shouldn't stop going to school. You should continue to try to get your degree and try to make your grandfather proud. And once he said that, bro, I was like, he kind of hit me because I was kind of iffy, like, man, California, man, that's too far, man. I don't have, what's out there for me. But once he brought up my grandfather, it kind of like lit up a fire under me once again, and it kind of woke me up to make me think like, man, I need to do it for a reason. So he started telling me like, yeah, man, I live next to the sea, which I'm thinking like he's talking about the beach. And he's like, yeah, man, you can see the sea from my apartment and everything, bro. I got a nice apartment, bro. You ain't got to worry about nothing. So I was like, all right, man, for sure, man. Let's do it. And me being so stupid, bro, I didn't do no research on Kalinga. No research, bro. All I heard was the sea. Yeah, he got an apartment and try to get your education back. So all right, say cool, man. I dropped everything, man. The job that I had, bro, I quit. Got my last check. My last check was like $500 and some change. We landed to LA, and I'm like, okay, LA, it's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
It's cool. Yeah. And I'm thinking that's like where we staying at, you know what I'm saying? I said, all right, bro, where's the apartment at? He said, we gotta get on the train, you know? So I'm like, okay,
Oh,
cool. So we end up getting on the train, bro. Like I was on the train, bro. Things start looking different. You know what I'm saying? No more palm trees. Uh,
a
the air starts smelling different,
lot
and
more
we end
dry.
up a lot more dry, bro. And what's crazy was it was super hot that time too. So we end up getting into Hanford, where I want to say his football coach came and picked us up from the train station. And bro, like literally 45 minutes down the road, bro, all I started smelling was like cow shit and garlic. Like it was just like one of the worst smells I've smelled in my life. We get into Kalinga, bro. It was like super hot. We get to the apartment, man, and my boy was like, and I asked my boy, I said, bro, where's the beach at, bro? You said we live next to the sea. The dude literally took me to his balcony and pointed to the letter C on top of the mountain. Was like, yeah, bro, I was talking about that sea. Talking about the
Oh,
letter
the
C.
Kalinga seed.
The
Dang.
Kalinga Sea,
I was
bro.
I was not even expecting that. That was the ultimate buildup, man. That's absolutely
Yeah,
insane. Dude. I'm
yeah.
but hey, it brought you out to almost greener pastures out here in an ironic sense. I mean,
It's
obviously we're nowhere compared to Chicago or anything like that, but you found a nice home in nice residing in Coalinga, California, and it's the Central Valley has definitely given you a lot of love, especially
oh
at your
yeah.
MMA matches. So
And I don't regret it, man. I love the Valley, man. They showed me nothing but love. I found my fiance out here. We just had a baby, and you know things is really working like great right now. Only God plans. So I'm pretty much just going off his lead way that he got for us, and for my family and everything. And I'm just enjoying the ride, man. And it's only up, girl. So
yeah, no, and that's beautiful, and it's an amazing way to look at your life, and just from your grandfather passing away, and just having that outlook of just yes, like I'm going to push through and I'm going to make it through. And I'm glad that your friend told you that he lived by the sea, man, because we would not have had the Enoch McCottrell legend, And so you were once, but I found it so interesting. You were just talking about how you got that last check. Was that last check from you working as a CNA over there in Chicago?
no, bro. So over there, over there in Chicago, bro, really all my jobs was like factory jobs, like factory jobs, UPS warehouse. I was working at a moving company. I worked at what did I say, UPS, Walmart warehouse. It was nothing but warehouse, bro. And it was like, man, I was getting these like chump change. You know what I'm saying? And I was just trying to make ends meet. But when I moved out here to California, I end up, meeting some good people that put me under their wings, and they try to help me to like, better myself. So they're like, man, get your CNA license, and I ended up getting it, man. And I did it for a year. Luckily, I did it because throughout the whole pandemic and stuff, like everything shut down, but that. So it brought in some income for me and my lady, and it was yeah, it was a blessing in disguise. So yeah, I did that for a year until I switched my career over again.
Yeah, no, and I find that so interesting that you've gone from that CNA career and now into the corrections officer career aspect, correct? How do you enjoy it? For you being a professional fight, for you're hoping to be a professiontal fighter coming up
It's
here pretty
coming.
soon, but
Yes, sir.
um, how's the interactions? Because I mean I'm pretty sure that's a different aspect compared to a lot of other corrections officers' pastimes.
It's definitely different though, but I still make it happen. I just try to keep a level head, do what I need to do at work, and once I come home, I leave all that stuff that's at work there, and come back home and come back to training. Just if it wasn't for training, man, I don't know where my mind would be at. You know what I'm saying? Especially working in that Atlanta field. So training helps me a lot and to keep me focused on everything. And plus, like my fiance and my baby definitely keep me level headed as well. So
Yeah, no, anybody at that Valley Fight Series event would have seen the absolutely beautiful scene. I'm gonna try and put that video in here from your Instagram, because it was just something straight out of a movie, man. The way you got that knockout hit, and then the way you were just jumping out of that cage looking for your daughter, I could tell that that moment in your heart just really meant a lot to you. And I wish every fight fan could see that. That's a defines MMA moment, you know,
absolutely.
that really was quite the sight to see. But just to talk a little bit more about your fight career, so not only have you been gained shown a lot of love from Colinga, but you've also gotten shown love from the Central Coast as well, and with Antonio Benuelos and with the Pit team over here. So did you want to talk about that maybe a little bit more and see
Oh
how you
man,
got involved with them?
it's nothing but mad respect for them guys, man. Like what I'm feeling right now is just nothing but love for them people, bro. Like John Hackleman, Coach Frazier, Coach Questa, Brandon, Antonio. You got Cody Gibson over there. You got Isaiah Rocha, both of Isaiah, Jack, Gabby, Eddie, Man Bun. Man, I might be forgetting somebody right now, man, and I'm gonna hate myself. Marvin, all them guys, bro, over there at the pit is extremely, like, they're extremely humble, helpful, dogs. I'm talking about dogs. It'd be some moments where like I had to sit in my car after practice or before practice, like to get my mind to like, to get my mind right, bro. Because like I want to hang with these dogs, bro. Like these dudes are different. And like, don't get me wrong, bro. Like the Tri-City, my Tri-City team out here in Kalinga is the same way. But when I merged them two together, bro, oh man, you see what happened March 4th, bro. It's just it gets scary, bro. Like for real, scary hours, man. And I'm extremely blessed. So what's crazy was how we got in contact with the pit was what do I say 2017, where my coach, he's a site tech. He met this guy, his coworker, he's a site tech as well. His name was John, but he used to live over there at the coast. And he used to train with John Hackleman, Coach Frazier, got belted there and everything. And he come to our gym because the job is super close to our gym that they work at. And yeah, he was just telling me like, man, I got a contacts with the pit team that I can always go over there and cross train. And my coach, my coach Bubby Lowell Watson, he took that and ran with it, man. And we built a whole chemistry with that team. And with me, what's funny is when I first started my correction officer job, I was out there at CMC at the Men's Colony Prison. And when I was living over there for a year, I was training with them guys for a year. So that kind of like built a bond and a strong bond with our team together with Tri-City in the pit. So that was a blessing in disguise as well. And they built a big relationship with each other. So yeah, man, that's how we got in contact, man. And I just been start training with them guys for a year straight and learning from them, trying to soak everything in. Even though I get my ass whooped in practice, bro, I will literally soak up everything, and it built the character to me because like I'm beating myself up because I'm like, man, I can do this, but then again, they still teaching me at the same time. You know what I'm saying? They pulling me to the side, teaching me things, sending me videos and stuff. So that right there just created an extra dog in me, bro, and a big confidence in me. So it just helped my confidence up tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Every fight camp or not a fight camp, you know what I'm saying? I go over there the best way I can. Like I want to say like every week, even like my fight camp, I was going over there every Friday. I was making that drive, that 2 hour drive, because I was dedicated and I was super hungry to put a stamp on this amateur lifestyle for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I never had a finish. All I did was just dominate guys in the amateur, but I felt like people didn't respect me enough. And I don't go out to look for a finish, but I just felt like I just need extra push and extra work. So that's what I did. I switched it up this fight camp, bro, and I trained every day, twice a day. Go over there even on my off day from practice at Tri-City, and I go over there to the pit on Friday and put in the extra work over there, and and you saw what the outcome came on March 4th. So I can't wait to that pro debut, man, so it can look way better, way
Yeah.
better.
No, you were looking really polished out there, man. That was such a fun matchup just right from the jump. You jumped right out of the gun and you were just looking explosive. So that was absolutely kudos to that Tri-City team, and kudos to your team as to the team at Pitt as well, because I mean John Hackelman and those guys, they definitely have that pro level experience to a huge amount. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to help you out with even Cody Gibson. He was just recently on the Ultimate Fighter. So that Pitt team is
Big
still doing
dog,
some
big
big
dog.
things,
Yeah,
still doing some big things with 20 plus years in the MMA game. So that's definitely a great gym to be associating yourself with, Enoch. But
absolutely.
oftentimes at your bout, you not only have the support of Kalinga, the Pit, but you also have that support of your fiance and your daughter, who is now a couple of months old, I believe, correct?
Yeah, yep. 6 months old. She about to be 7 months this month. Getting big on me, man. Getting big on me.
Yeah. And so how would you say, I mean, you were talking about it a little bit earlier, but I just wanted you to touch up on it a little bit more, from that transition of your grandpa being that motivation, and, your grandparents leaving them and trying to further yourself in education over here in Colinga. And then now meeting your fiance and having your daughter. Is it kind of lit a new fire in the Humble Beast? Because I mean, it
Man,
was evident on March 4th.
I mean, you saw what happened, man. I had to jump out that cage because, like, bro, like when I go into a fight camp, man, I go into a darker stage. You know, it's like not that I get mean. It's just that I feel like somebody is coming after me and my family. You know what I'm saying? So as a man or as an alpha, I have to protect that. So I just like really go in the zone to where like I got to make this happen. And throughout my fight camp, it was like where I don't want to say I separated myself from my family, but my fiance knew she was there for me. She kept me level headed, and I made sure I was around my baby. But mentally, I wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? I was just locked in on my opponent. I was really like studying every day, and everything. So you know, um, and once I did what I did March 4th, man, as you see, like I embraced it. Like I let it all out, bro. And like I was super happy, and I'm like, I need to get to my daughter. I need that because I needed to show her that, this is for her. So yeah, man. That fire, man, and it just like I just can't explain it, bro. I can't it's like I don't know. It's just like I was a different person, man, this fight camp, bro. And I felt different, man. I felt amazing. I felt good. My weight was great. I never had a weight cut so beautiful to where like I ain't had to use a sauna. Um, I made weight like 3 times throughout the fight camp, bro. So it was just like, man, it was destined, bro. It was so destined, and man, yeah, it was destined, bro. It was destined.
You talking about your professional debut, it's got me thinking, when are you looking to make that professional debut? Because you just had a fight here in March 4th, and I mean, I know you kind of like to take your time a little bit in between the fights. So when's your plan to make that pro debut?
Definitely this year. We at least want to try to get like at least 3 fights this year. I don't know if we're gonna like when I say 3 fights, I don't know if we talking about like the fight that I just had and then two more. I think we're talking about 3 pro fights because
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm 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 up to that age where like I gotta get shit moving. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be hitting 30 this year. So I feel like you know, three triple wins, you know what I'm saying, in a row, man. Bellator, UFC probably might get their eyes on me. And it depends on the performance I put on. So if I could get on a Uriah Favor card, a PFL card, whoever, not PFL, but what's the other one? Fury. Is it Fury?
Yeah. Yeah, Fury
Yeah,
FC, they got Spar
Fury
Star.
FC.
There is a ton
Yeah.
of pro promotions that I'm pretty sure would be looking to definitely get in contact with you. And SF Combat as well is also going to be having some pro am shows coming up as well. So there's
Yeah.
definitely a couple of opportunities for the UFC and PFL and Bellator and all these higher
Mhm.
life organizations to go ahead and give Enoch a call. And I feel like that is definitely going to be very much in your future with the
Oh man.
performances you have put on, man. And
I can see it. I can see it.
I just wanted to talk to you about your Humble Beast nickname a little bit too, because you release merch with it as well. You release merchandise, and I found that interesting as well because I talk a lot with fighters about marketing yourselves and
Yeah,
making yourselves known that your name is your brand. Because as a
absolutely.
fighter, you really got to sell yourself and sell your name as the product because you are what the company is buying into. So did you want to go into that merchandise a little bit and kind of share where maybe people could make a purchase if they're looking to buy some Humble Beast merch?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I ended up making my website and everything. Right now, we shut it down after the fight because things start flooding in, and like right now, my thing is I don't have a team, to deal with all that stuff. So it was just pretty much me at the time, and like I wanted to lock into the fight, so I pretty much shut down the website. But my website is humblebeastapparel.com, and it'll definitely be back online. I want to say the beginning of next month, mid of next month, where like you get your hoodies, long sleeves, Humble Beast merch, and everything. So yeah, yeah.
Okay, most definitely. I will
Mhm.
make sure to also put a link in the description of this video, as well as putting it up on the screen, so fans have no
Absolutely.
excuse of not knowing where to go ahead and pick up that gear. But Enoch, we've had a great time talking today. It was awesome catching up with you. It was great seeing you at the 559 fight, seeing you in the corner for your Tri-City MMA guys who ended up getting some victories. And
Yes, sir.
it's been a good month of March for you, man. So was there any shout outs that you wanted to give for this last kind of couple of questions here, because I know
Yeah,
you have obviously a ton of people that you wanted to show love
man,
to.
man. I mean, I've already shown the love to my people out there at the pit, man. They already know how much I love them. Especially big shout out to my fiance for doing everything for me throughout my whole career, throughout the time we've been with each other. My daughter for being the beautiful little baby that she are. My family for coming down from Chicago to support me and everything, man. Because they didn't have to do that, man. But it definitely did lit a fire under me, and I can't love them more than that. My mom, my little brother, sister, cousins, uncle. It was amazing. It was a blessing. Shout out to my friends too that came out as well from my hometown. I pretty much grew up with them guys from the sandbox to now. So man, shout out to Tri City. My coaches, Lo, Rob, all my sponsors. Man, I just want to thank everybody that just been around this whole thing that I'm doing right now, man. It's amazing. It's a movie right now, so I'm definitely gonna have to keep writing that script to be looking good. A good
Yeah.
thing to go.
And I feel like your script writing it's only beginning, man. It's only beginning
Absolutely.
right now. And I feel like your daughter is she's gonna be a very proud young Matt Control.
There
She's
you go,
she's
sir.
definitely gonna
Yeah,
be pretty proud of her dad. And I'm pretty excited, man. I'm pretty excited to see where this journey brings you, especially with Tri-City and the Pit in your corner. Those are two great teams. I know they're gonna guide you down a great path. And
absolutely.
I'm wishing the best for you, Enoch. And as soon as that information comes out about your professional debut, you know who's going to be the first guy talking about it. I will definitely be making that information very well known to all the fight fans here in California and to
My
beyond.
guy.
Anybody that
My
is
guy.
looking to go ahead and catch Enoch the Humble Beast in person, you know who to look for. I will be posting about that. But that is going to be it from me, Michael Hernandez of MLH Media
Yes,
and
sir.
Valley Fight News, with Enoch the Humble Beast, Matt McCottrell. And I just really want to thank you for your time today, man. It was awesome getting to catch up with you, and I hope to get to see you
Hey,
pretty soon. Okay.
hey, man, I appreciate everything, man. Hey, one thing I want to let you know, man, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, this is only the beginning for you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be in your ear to like, tell you like, oh, you wasting your time, you're doing this and doing that, bro. But don't listen to that, because trust me, I've been hearing that all my life, bro. And I'm stubborn, and you got to be stubborn when it come. You got to be stubborn when it come down to your dream, bro. So don't let nobody try to snatch your shit away from you, bro. Only person that can stop you is yourself. And at this time right now, you can't stop yourself, bro. So keep doing what you're doing, bro. I see a lot of potential in you, my boy. You got it going, bro. You're doing the right thing. You're researching all the history and everything, bro. You're doing a great job, man. So I'm proud of you, dog.
Thank you, man. Those words genuinely mean a lot, especially coming from a fighter of your caliber. I hope to keep on making you proud, and I hope to keep on making the whole MMA community proud as well. But our time is running a little bit short here. I wish we could talk for hours, man, and I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
sir.
we're going to get another chance to talk up here coming up here pretty soon with your outlook looking for the 2023 year. So thank you for those kind words, man. And I wish the same to you. Wish the best for your family, and I'm hoping the best for your upcoming training camps. Hope work is treating you well as well also, and hope you have a great St. Patrick's weekend, my friend.
Thank you, my boy. You too, man. Take care.
All righty, brother. That's going to be Michael Hernandez and Enoch signing out.